Amen.
It is not all about Jesus. It is not all about Jesus.
Amen.
I got to do all I can to live Jesus.
Amen.
So I thank the Lord.
Thank you, Lord.
Yeah, God, this is not personal, y'all. It's about the Lord.
Amen.
It's about the Lord and what He's doing. I thank the Lord, amen. When I get my mind, see, when I get a renewed, the spirit of my mind renewed.
Amen.
I thank God.
Thank you, Jesus. Hallelujah.
I feel like praising God.
Amen.
Oh, praise God. See, the devil can't do nothing but use you when your mind ain't on God. See, there's a flow in God. And you just keep on flowing. I thank God, amen. I thank God, amen. You know, we give God praise. See, we were up there, Bishop was telling them to rebuke is an opportunity to learn something. Amen. But you know what, Christian? Me as an individual in Christ, and I don't see nothing wrong with the children of Israel. But if I was in church 4, 5, 10 years, and I still couldn't see what was going on. Oh, y'all don't want to talk. I still didn't have. I still didn't have the vision of what God is doing. And what God, see God, 1973, the light shine now, came down. See God ascended, the Spirit ascended from above. God made His choice in 1973, and I followed that choice, that light. And anybody that attached to me, that's not following me, I know it's not following that light. Y'all don't want to talk to me. I heard somebody, amen. See, I am that I am. I ain't worried about the door is already open. The door is already open. See, the God that I serve, He sent a word. He said, let there be light. That door is already open. And all I gotta do is walk through it. Y'all don't want to talk to me. And if God, Brother Walt, let me tell you something. If God give you the privilege to walk behind His anointing, then you press on that anointing's back. And you keep right on pressing on. You put your focus on who God assigned you to. Y'all don't want to talk to me. And you help live Jesus. If you do that right there, oh, y'all don't want to talk to me. See, my Bible said, believe in Him. Who God said, you're going to be a lot of people. You're going to be a lot of people. That part of that, my offering on that building fund, it's not as crazy y'all say it is, because other stuff I had to take out to do some building and some furniture and that. We'll get to that. We get them figures right out the while when we slow down. But I think, see, God is doing some stuff. And see, you can be so offended in me. Your feeling toward me can be so negative. You can tolerate me, but not love me. But I am that I am by the grace of God. And if you reject who God said, you're going to say, why don't believe that. And if you put anything in about it before God, you're going to say, why don't. Praise be to God. And if you don't love who God said, you don't love God. I don't care what devil can tell you, what life. Just say it, amen. They're more than frogs down there, brother. The fools get lost at the door. Woo! What you say? And God gonna recognize you if don't nobody else do it. I thank the Lord. Woo. I know I'm teaching right. Because I ain't trying to do my own thing. I was out there going to give me 2 joints of marijuana. I was looking at what was waiting on me in the bedroom. I had my mind, see, my mind was somewhere else. But God transformed that mind. Y'all don't want to talk to me. See, you might have changed your mind. And you might have tried to love me. But God changed the spirit of my mind. The rock. What you say? See, that thing you walking on, a fox would break it down. See, one thing about a fox and a jackal, the difference in them is the fox, a male fox on the way about from 9 to 19 pounds. He's the lightest of them. A female weighs a lot less than that. And if that's all the weight it takes to break that, it don't take but one person to between yourself. Come on, let me hear kids. See, when you're not pressing up against the man of God, you float. And you float. If I was in the world, I'd say it like that. Men look at you as gay. Huh? Which one? Yeah. And they will attach to you because they look at you as gay. You understand what I'm saying? God created man in his image. Men attached to men because they're men. Not because of what they got or what they perpetrate to have, but who they are in God. I thank God. See, one thing about our God, if you humble yourself, he will exalt you. But if you exalt yourself, and it's hard to change an attitude of pride and arrogance. It takes God to do that. It takes the spirit of your mind being renewed. You can say a lot of things. See, Simon betrayed himself as the power of God. But the apostles had a keen sense and a strong amount of faith. You know how they had it? They had the ear to hear, and faith come by hearing. And when they knew their father's voice, and when they heard it, they knew they wasn't their father's voice, they knew it wasn't nobody but a devil. See, it looks like wheat. But when the wind blows through the mulberry tree, we know. I thank the Lord. Amen. I'm just, let me go ahead over this, right? Is that all right? See, I thank God. See. When there's something about you, when there's an assignment, when God is equipping you to succeed, you humble. See. You got to be like white on rice. You know, I don't care how they wash it. It just got to be clean and white. And when they cook it up, it's that white rice, that brown rice. Because it keeps its color. If it's pure, it's right. I thank the Lord, amen. The Bible said, beware of wine when it set itself up in the glass upright. See, every man that seeks his own, he want to change, but he don't want to submit to God. I like the way Brown said, he said, God is not a matter. See what I'm saying? God will do it. When you get to the point where you can't tolerate evil, and you get sick and tired of evil, God will step in. He'll put your feet on solid ground. He'll bless you going and bless you coming. He'll take the hindrance out of your growth. He'll move them things out of your way. He'll take them stones up out the road. He'll make the crooked road straight. He'll break down the mountains and exalt the valley. Yes, he will. Name Jesus. He's the great I am that I am. He God all by himself. I thank God. See, the purpose is shepherd God's sheep. Being concerned with the sheep. Can I go there? Can I go there? See, God chose David above his brother as anybody else. If you listen to David, you'll hear God. He got a heart after God. When the bear was attacking, David grabbed him by his beard. And so, when the lion jumped, David grabbed the paw and got right in his face. And so, and I hear all him shouting, rejoicing. See, that boy could save himself. He'll die for the sheep. He ain't trying to lift himself up now. That sheep, look at his responsibility to his father is greater than any selfish act he could have took. He could have looked for a stick. He could have looked for a rock. He could have run and told his dad what was going on. He could have got his army brothers out there. He didn't hesitate. That lion wasn't finna kill that one of them sheep. That bear wasn't finna destroy them sheep. Jesus come amongst us to be a shepherd of the sheep. And he's looking for some dogs that ain't blind, that ain't stupid, that ain't ignorant. He's looking for some good dogs. So they're simple, boy. Dogs that'll watch them sheep all night long. It was his dogs, hey, Jack, I'm going to check out, you check in, but we watching these sheep don't go to sleep now. Those little folks don't go. That's when you got purpose. When you realize purpose. If it's about you, it has no purpose. When it's about Jesus, it's got purpose. And no nothing come before the Lord. Nothing to nobody. I thank the Lord. Amen. In the book of Isaiah, we're going to be speaking from Isaiah 1:19. See, when God give you something, he give it all to you. Amen. See, God was doing some things. We're just not traveling. We're casting out into the deep. God's doing some fishing. And see, my mind stayed on the Lord. See, I was actually a while back to come up there and do some teaching. And I could have done some research. And I could have got a lot of books. But I had a mind to pray and see God. And one of the easiest ways to pray is get yourself out of this. Lord, I can't do nothing for these people. And I can't help them. But you can. You can. And my request to you is that you would use this vessel so that they can hear you. And he took the study and everything up out of it. And he confirmed it. Because as right before that, the prophet began to speak in tongues. And the man of God saw the interpretation fall on one of the bishops and said, interpret what God just said. And he began to tell him the Holy Ghost finna move in here. That's finna be a shift. That's finna be a change. God is finna speak. Do you want to hear? And so all the bishops were sitting up there waiting to hear what God had to say. And those that had to hear was highly effective. Because they realized that in a flow, it's not you, it's the Lord. And I heard the servant say, speak, Lord, thy servant here. And when God is speaking, his servants here, they know their Father's voice. And another they will not follow. That's when God is confirming something. That's when you know. But you don't have to know. You can follow double mind. But everybody that the Father run into gonna recognize the Father. They gonna acknowledge God. Guess what? Because they do know that the wind blows where it listens. You hear the sound but cannot tell from whence it comes. And so does everyone. It's seven God. Amen. We hear the wind blowing. We don't know where it comes from. But I do know my Father's voice. I thank God. Amen. I give God praise, glory, and honor. Amen. God is doing something. See, because these are the last days. This is what God began some years ago. It's not returning back void. When you in the straight and narrow, you could be like in one of them tubes at the bank. You ever seen them put that little pouch in that tube, and the wind will shoot the wood door. But if it ain't straight and narrow, it'll get mixed up somewhere. See, it was in the straight and narrow, it's going 2 instead of 3. See, the person that built that, built it with a mind to get from one place to another. The how-to came later. Isaiah 1:19 said, if ye be willing and obedient, ye shall eat the good of the land. But if you confuse or refuse and rebel, refuse to hear, difficult to hear, ye shall be devoured with the sword. The sword is sharper than a two-edged. The word of God is sharper than a two-edged sword. Huh? It'll cut asunder the spirit and the soul. The word of God is our sword. If you're obedient, the word will bless you. If you're disobedient, the word will devour you. If you place the cornerstone where it goes, it will keep you. If it falls on you, it'll grind you apart. Huh? I thank the Lord. I give God praise for it. He said, but if ye refuse and rebel, ye shall be devoured with the sword, for the mouth of the Lord has spoken. Huh? That's something that ain't gonna return back void. You got a choice to make. Huh? They just said when we were growing up, steady long, steady wrong. The word willing meaning that when he said follow me, they immediately followed. They didn't have to think about it. They didn't give it less time to make a move. Chico, if you're willing, when he said willing, in other words, the Spirit is talking now. To the Spirit, and the flesh can only interfere. Huh? When you got to do some figuring, when you got more sense than anybody else, when you smarter than anybody else, when you done try to save yourself, you done lost yourself. And the only way to operate in this thing is you got to die in order to bring forth fruit. You got to let go and let God. I heard Brown say, the Lord said, let go. Huh? And not realizing the bed. Miami just didn't have time to think about it. Just let go. Just let go. Just let God have his way. And no God gonna get you hurt or something. Just let go. And no God ain't gonna catch you. Just let go. And no God ain't already got it worked out. Just let go. He said, if you be willing, in other words, when you willing to do something, you eager to do it. The old man told me one time, he said, in this world, you got to find your thing. And if this is my thing, I'm flowing with it. I'm flowing with it. And if God doesn't hook me up right, he blessing me. And all I can do is mess me up. I thank the Lord. I got to flow with the wind. He give me wings to fly. I thank the Lord. God talking to somebody. I know God talking to somebody. God. He said, my thoughts toward you are not evil. He said, I know what the devil telling you. He said, I know what they're trying to input in you. He said, I know the voices that's speaking in your ear. He said, but if you be willing, if you got time to hear that junk they say. He said, the fox done got on the wall. And you ain't no stronger than that. Is she lovely? Isn't she foxy? Isn't he a six-pack? He said, bring it down. It'll fall down. But if it's from the renewing of the Spirit, if it comes from the Spirit, if it comes from God, if God be, God did some work up there in Alabama. Then we hear nothing but good things. And one of the bishop's friends about to fall asleep. So I'm gonna ride with you all the way. He said, because you ain't got to say the whole thing. He said, you can stop, you ain't got to answer the critic. He said, all you got to do is hear the part where he said, if God be for us. You ain't got to worry about who. You ain't got to go on that side. If God be for us. You wasting time with the rest of it now. You're holding the show up. God ready to ride, you driving around, you're going to get left. These fellas in the fence trying to make it mine. See, you know what mess marriage is up? When you say I do it, they got your mind made up. See, when I gave my life over to the Lord, the decision was already made. I ain't got to make, you know what mess folks up? Every step they get to, they got to make their mind up. Mine was made up when I said I do. That part of it is over with. That's how some people can say, he is my everything. I'm sold out for the Lord. You can call me a Jesus freak, a cheerleader for the Lord. All I know is Jesus. All I'm trying to know is Jesus. You can keep that other book over there. I got Jesus. I already got the winning hand. You don't need to show me nothing. Jesus is teaching me. And the Holy Ghost shall lead you to God. Let me back up here. The bishop was trying to get him to see some things. He said, you see that post up there? He said, they done welded it together. They done sealed it together. And because the devil be talking to you so much, when the man of God told you, said he was sealed with 7 seals. Amen. He was sealed in heaven by God. Amen. With 7 seals. Y'all don't want to talk to me. Right. You ain't figured it out yet. See, that different numerologists mean different things. Now, see, there are 9 attributes of the Spirit. We're just shortcut. Just to show you I lost focus. Do you know the power of the number 9? You know the Egyptians dealt with the number 9. You say, well, what that got to do with God? You know the prayer hour is the 9th hour. You say, well, what that got to do with God? The Bible says he that has wisdom, let him figure, for the number of man and the number of beasts is the same number. He working with the same thing you working with. You are unequal. You on the battlefield and you got just as much as he got. You don't have to be. He'll get in your heart and rough house you in your own house. He'll put you like he'll give you a donut. You always got to have somebody loving you, telling you. See, you know people that People that are not focused or can't stay focused are what they call adulterers and adulterers. And the reason is because they spiritually disconnected. I'm married to the spirit, but I do cheat with the flesh. So every now and then, instead of being focused on Jesus, I lose sight on everything. I'm just saying. He said the number of man and the number of beast are the same, bro. 666. He said, well, Dr. worked with that for a man. I'm glad you said that. 6 and 6 is 12. And 1 and 2 is 3. 6 and 6 is 12. And 6 more is 18. And 1 and 8 is 9. The 9 attributes of the Spirit. 9 fruits of the Spirit. I don't know about that, preacher. 18 and 18 is 36. 3 and 6 is 9. Nine and 9 is 18. If 1 represents the alpha, then 8 must be the new beginning. And 9 must be the omega. What you say? Numbers don't go no higher. What you say? Can I throw some mud off in that with you? 7 is the number of rest. 7 and 7 is 14. 14 and 14 is 28. 2 and 8 is 1. In the beginning. I'm just saying. If you can't stay focused, you cannot succeed. You got to have, you know what, you know how you lose focus? Figuring. See, when you got a will in mind, when he said, follow me, that's all you do. You immediately follow him. You immediately, do you know that will and mind produce obedience? And if you're willing in obedience, come on, you start with me and I with you. If you're willing and obedient, if you eat of my body and drink of my blood, you have part with me. And since you have part with me, you have inheritance with me. And I am the blessed of God. And you are blessed of God. See, can I say this here? See, Genesis 1:26-28 tells you that you are blessed. And if you're blessed and not walking in it, then the devil must be done got into your mind. And you can't stay focused on the blessing. So you start tripping on the curse. You lose sight fast on the blessing. Because you give room to the devil in the curse. If you got a willing mind to serve God, Sister Law and Destiny, I want to have some prayer with y'all before y'all leave, because y'all clean up the church for me, right? I want to pray for you because God told me the blessing is at your house. told me to tell you that. You know what released the blessing of Abraham upon Abraham? Wasn't that he had just gotten married and had to go enjoy his relationship. Wasn't because he had just bought a farm and had to go there. It was the sacrifice that he made. When you are making a sacrifice, you lift it up, you lean it. You falling in the gap. You're being a blessing to the blessed. And you inherit a blessing. See, when you got a willing mind, when you're willing, the sacrifice will prove your willingness. And to make the sacrifice, oh, praise be to God, I need to look this word up. Willing. Because when you got a willing mind, willingness is going to incline to obedience. And obedience is going to listen to hearkening. And oh, Lord, have mercy, Jesus. When you done got obedient to God, when you obedient to the word of God. You know, I was down there in Alabama, and a bishop was study teaching, and he began to receive outstanding revelations from God. But you know what really elevated his understanding of God? His ability to hear. The young lady down there that works in the office, Kim, he had Kim to read for him. And it was like sweet incense in the nostrils of the Lord. She was in such a flow. I don't know about the rest of the bishops, and I'm quite sure they did. She was in such a unique flow of reading that word. See, when you reading for a man of God, there has to be no distractions in the reader, because we are in a flow. See, you can't walk together unless you're in agreement, and there's a spirit that's in you. That God is the Father of all spirits. You can't lie to a spiritual man, because the spirit is going to testify. The spirit is going to testify. And when your spirit is not in agreement with that man of God, he's hearing static while you speaking, and he don't want you to read. But she was reading. Oh my God. You can get revelation after revelation. She was speaking so plain. I was saying, Lord, if I had somebody in the church to read like that, we could get some stuff done. We can get some stuff done, because faith comes by hearing. And hearing by the word of God. Brother, as you come up in ministry, you can hear, when you get an ear to hear, you can hear in the voice of the speaker the distraction. You know, I pray with some people, and God intend to bless them. And I pray, I've been on the street preaching so long, and I said, let's pray the prayer of confession. And I said, I confess out of my own mouth. They said, out of my own mouth. I said, I'm on free will. That's on free will. God said, he's not saying what you're saying. That's another spirit. Don't worry about it. He's not willing and obedience. That is something running in the background that is being disguised. And it's not Jesus. If you read the Bible in the book of Acts, the woman was running behind the apostle and said, these are the men of the Most High God. And he turned around and bind up that demon. And you said, what was she saying wrong? It was her voice. When you belong to, you mean to tell me that somebody else can call you on the phone? Whoa, honey, when you gonna be home? And the thing, your wife was doing this. We ain't been together long enough for me to know. We ain't flowing together better than this here. You might not be my. We supposed to be soulmates. Ride or die. That woman was speaking so well. She's one of the elders up there. She was speaking so well. Oh my God. Ooh, and he couldn't help but revelation was coming out there. He was revelating to boy. Under the law. But he wasn't a division. It was on one accord. She was just as much in there as he was. And I said, oh my God. You know, and for God to point that out to you while it's going on, it's like, oh my, it's a blessing. It's a blessing for God to point this out to you. So I thank God. I give God praise, glory. God was revelating why everything. God, it's just like this right here. See, God was telling me, and I understand it now because after the testimonies, God was telling me, he said, you got the, you know, they tell me in slavery time. I imagine any time that when they were going to have a meeting about Christ, that they would start saying, steal away, start singing. Because the last thing anybody wants you to be connected with is Almighty God. It was the devil that was trying to keep them from praising. I wasn't a person. We're not wrestling against flesh and blood. You have to be mature enough to understand that. If you still a baby, you lost. You're useless in the kingdom. If you still got cardinal problems, you're just lost. And you need to be found. The young man said, you need to get the beam out of your eyes. One of my Facebook friends, she hit me up, you know, and Facebook tried to do a lot to you. Somehow they deleted her off my page. And I put her back on there because she's out of Texas, good people. Like wearing them big old Texas hats. She said, Pastor, ain't no white folks in your church? I said, yeah. She said, I sure want to come down. She said, I live up here in Texas. I didn't know she had a big old farm and everything. I live up here in Texas. She said, I'm riding down through the country. And I'm watching the white cows and the black cows and the spotted cows and all the animals grazing. And I'm wondering what's wrong with people. She has these very unique way of analogizing things. But it's so true. We're the ones that are so lifted up in pride, we know everything. God has chosen us to be an example to let our light shine. And it's went to our head. And we think more of ourselves than what we ought to. and we become no earthly good. Heaven don't want it. Huh? You got to see past the darkness. He said darkness is upon the face of the deep. Then if it's on the face, then what's beneath the face? You know, my money's in my pocket. I just try to keep it there for you. If you see it, you might want it. I started trying to count it. Don't let me get a job and start working. You start asking a bunch of questions because you done figured out what I made on my check. You done figured out how much they took out, how much the taxes was and everything else, because you done look past the deep now. Devil ain't got no problem looking past it. Huh? We don't go deep enough in the thing. We read the Bible and stop at the surface, but we don't go deep enough into God's word. We just don't do it. I started this for benefit because this ain't one of my practices, because earthly terminology I'm not savvy with, but the word willing in the regular dictionary means ready, eager, or prepared to do something. He was quite willing to compromise, ready, prepared, disposed, inclined, of a mind, given or done readily, willing and prompt to obey, obedience. You have to, if you're willing to do something, see, if I could ask you something, if you're willing to do it. You understand what I'm saying? Now I do understand that people are at different spots, and you have to spot people out. And I don't have no reason, I don't have no problem spotting people out, but you can't keep on putting yourself in places where you want to be something that you're not. You can be faithful in a lot of things, but you ain't got to be good in all of them. You're not going to be good in all of them. And moving in ministry, we're looking for people that's good in that spot. And if you're good in that spot, you need to stay over there in that spot and leave this spot alone. Huh? You try to put you try to put a fifth in a half a pot. He's not capable of receiving it. She's not capable of receiving it, and she or he keep running over there, want you to pour off in them, and they keep spilling it all over the ground. You can spend more time trying to teach a half a pint to be a fifth, and there ain't never be no fifth. That's why the Bible says you have to be thankful in all things. You got to be thankful for where you at. God don't owe you nothing. God added you on. You have to be, see, you know, young bishop I was talking to on the way back here, he just steady revelate, because he got so much out of the word. He was saying, I can't pass your paper in and get a grade from your paper. I have to turn my own paper in. He said, if you want to understand what that means, you have to do what God called you to do and leave what God called him to do alone. It ain't none of your calling. You try to be an apostle and God called you to be an evangelist. You try to be all over the place. You want to 5-0 when God called you to be a saint. You don't know your assignment. You don't know your job. If you get the beam out of your eyes, you are all over the place. And you're always mad and angry because you're trying to do something that God ain't called you to do. You're disobedient anyhow. You're rebellious anyhow. You got to be thankful. in all things. What God has for me is for me. That's chaos. That's perversion. Like the devil is converted. It's perverted. You thank you, Holy Ghost. The Bible says you resemble this, and that's why it's displayed like that. I created you to be a man, but you try to wear all the dresses in town. You gotta be something that you're not. And you don't think it's perverted. It's the same identical thing. It's the same identical thing. You was not designed for that. You was not created for that. You was not called for that. But you're too dissatisfied with anybody else having any call for any. And you become one with that expectation, and you become a part of a spirit of sabotage. Come on now. Because you can't be all over the place. And the word is coming forth for everybody. But it's only about you. I know they was preaching about me, son. Talking about me. Somebody got released over there while you just walking around with your mouth broke down. Somebody got confirmation on what they've been praying about while you were irritated. You going around with the mouth poked out and when anybody get right. We in church, someone do it like this here. Y'all might not, no, y'all, the young people might have another name for it. But we need to be talking to people, and some people have that, Holy Ghost help me, that doo-doo grin. That's a kind word. And you can see it be on their face. It says, is this for real? Do we get off into pretending like that? You know, in my days in the world, I've given parties. And everybody there at the party was just, oh man, you done spent all this money, you done went out, you just take everybody's so happy. And everybody, hey man, I don't know about them. But they walking up to me, hey brother, yeah, that's a good party. Say, yeah. And I'm saying, Lord. See, I'm a child of God, and I'm over here and just doing this wrong stuff. And it ain't none of my cup of tea. And I'm trying to fit in. But I don't belong in this circle here. This is not my thing. Everybody happy, and they inspire around. I'm running around, I'm just as miserable. Yeah, hey, what's up? What's up? Yeah, what's up? Yeah. And I ain't feeling it one bit. Lord, when this day gonna be? I'm scared. You know that kind of stuff make you pray harder. Lord, I hope you save me quick. Get me up out this mess. This ain't none of me. You got all these friends and frenemies, enemies, and you get in the party, you got it going on, so everybody smiles with you. Who playing who? Oh, I want to get up out of here. Yeah, hope I think it's up. And so, when you get to where God is taking you somewhere, You just sit back and enjoy the ride. The Lord don't owe me nothing. This is by grace. It's favor. And what makes it so bad, I got to have the renewing of the spirit of my mind, because if I don't, I think the grace of God is running out. I don't mind you being with me, but I don't want you to get it all. God ain't going broke. God got more than enough. God want to use you to bless other folks. He's not running out. It's eternity. God is larger than what you give him credit for. I'm so glad. See, God has created me to be the judge of my brothers and sisters, and not judge them to condemn them, but to be there for them, to make sure they stay on the right road, to get to the right end, to the expected end that God. So, and because we got this world in mind, everything seems to be against me now, because you don't want me to have nothing. You want it all for you really? Do you know Moses smite the rock when God told Moses to speak to the rock? You said Moses rebelled against God. Moses ain't rebelled against God. Moses was in agreement with God. Moses loved God. You have to read the whole story. God wouldn't go with Israel because they got on God's nerve, and God would have killed them all, so he sent his presence. Moses, he sent them with Moses, and Moses told God, I ain't birthed for all these people in the world, they getting on my nerve. God said, you take care of Moses, said, kill me. Take my name out the Lamb Book of Life. I don't want to be a big on here. I don't want no part of it. God said, no, I want you to lead these people. Moses had to come to Moses one time and said, if I disobey God, he's going to kill me. And that's exactly what I want. You said, speak to the rock. Bam y'all. Bam y'all. They don't get the water if I'm going home. Aaron, you can have this. Yeah. I hope you have some success with them. Joshua and Caleb. I hope, if they are thrown in the side over there in Canaan as they are in my life, Jericho walls will fall down from how chaotic they are, how rebellious they are. So he said, I just want out of here. Hey, you said, Pastor, that ain't what it said. If I take you to some scripture, will you look at it in a different perspective? Then if that ain't what he said, then why did Paul say, to be absent in the body is to be present with the Lord, but it's no need for me to be here, so I'll stay here. Moses wasn't trying to stay here. Is that not Bible? See, because in order to bless the man of God, you've got to have a willing and obedient mind. If you obedient but don't have a willing mind, it's just like, my Lord, how is it that you don't get what I'm saying? How is it that I could see my great-grandbaby telling her, teaching her, and at 30, 40, 50 years old, and still don't have comprehension. I mean, like, I still don't have understanding. Let me say this. We have the ministry of reconciliation. We trying to get them from point A to point B. If God be for us, don't complicate it no further than that. Just do what's expected to get them from point A to point B.